Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another cast of a League of Legends match. So we'll get off onto the big start here. I forgot to put in something, actually. The controls are going out of there. So let's hit the way. So we will start off here with actually Brett, who's just going on to Awkward Fella, and Awkward Fella has to get out of there. So we will start going off. We have in the top lane, we have Yugador Ikunum, who seems to be the mid laner, is on a Soraka, so we will switch that probably around because that is how it looks like. We do have Bruschetta on the set in the top lane, and the opposing person will be Lion of Knife, will be on the Lucian, which will contest that one. Then we have Awkward Fella, the Kayn for the blue team in the jungle, facing off versus Jeanne d'Arc on the Diana as the red side jungler. Then we have Yugador Ikurum, who's the Soraka in the mid lane. And it looks like, and it's going to be a Galio in the mid lane, which will be Yu, who's taking a lot of damage right now from Yugador Ikurum. And yeah, that is it out of this one. Then we have Trigon Fire on the Vayne in the bot lane for the blue side. Oh, Facebreaker from the set gets a few hits onto the Lucian. Lucian is backing out of this one, still putting a lot of damage onto the set. The set can't really counter this one quite nicely, and that is a lot of damage being put onto the set. So we have Trigon Fire on the Vayne and Stylus as the Thresh as the support. On the red side we have Baby Gil and Brett. Baby Gil is on the Ezreal and Brett is on the Zyra. So we have these lineups setting up for both teams. We'll now have to see how both teams will follow this one up. Baby Gil trying to put some more damage onto Trigon Fire, but Trigon Fire answers this one actually. Nice play there. Unfortunately doesn't hit the hook, gets rooted up by the Zyra, and that will be that fight out of this one. Zed is still looking for an opening, but the Lucian is keeping him in control with his hits just there. Galio goes in, just tries to Justice Punch, gets a smack, and they're not really much otherwise about this one. When we look at the runes, just the normal kind of rune set you do see from everybody in this game. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one goes. The Soraka will be a really interesting pick because the Soraka pick, it can cause a lot of pressure early on. But another thing we have to think about with the Soraka pick is that Soraka in the late game won't be a big threat. But if the heals quite nicely, it will help out. Awkward Fella goes in there, gets a good knock-up, Set gets a good hit there, gets a Facebreaker off, and Awkward Fella claims the first blood on the Lucian. He was too greedy for a long time, and he had to pay the price there. But that's one of the things we have to keep an eye out for with Kayn as well. Kayn doesn't have the usual routes he always has. The Diana is now going in on to the Kayn, but it looks like both aren't really fighting this one. Awkward Fella gets a good bit of damage actually on Jeanne d'Arc. Jeanne d'Arc is trying to get out of there. Now we have the Lucian coming in there. Soraka is there as well. Justice Punch and the taunt is going out from the Galio, but he doesn't get the hit off there. Set is now teleporting in there. This could get a bigger fight right now. Galio is still taking a lot of damage here, and we see Awkward Fella just going to the side, maybe going in for another fight. But meanwhile, we do see the Set trying to get in onto the Lucian. Gets the Facebreaker actually off, gets a good amount of hits onto the Lucian, and that is a lot of damage the Lucian had to take there. We do see both sides handling this one back and forth. We do see the Lucian putting a lot of damage onto the Set once again. As he can do, he did have to get a second Doran's Blade because he didn't really afford much more. I understand what the double Doran's Blade does, but I feel like you could get something like a longsword in there as well, and would be, in my eyes, a bit of a better choice than just going for a second Doran's Blade. Now I see Jeanne d'Arc going towards the bottom lane, trying to go for a gank, gets the jump onto the Thresh. Nice condemn there. Thresh gets rooted up there by the Zyra. Jeanne d'Arc drops dangerously low, doesn't get killed off there, and didn't take another tower shot. Another tower shot would have probably been the decision maker there. Jeanne d'Arc is now recalling if the Vayne finds her fast enough. They could do something about that one. It's a bit of pressure. Lucian goes in, gets a lot of damage onto the Z tower shot there, and Set is 2-0 already with the Lucian putting so much pressure there. Baby Gil is now did get his WQ combination off onto the Kayn. He goes in. Baby Gil is dropping dangerously low. The Set is going. The Kayn does survive this one. The Vayne is putting a lot more damage in there. Gets the double kill there. They're going now for the Zyra there. And unfortunately, the Vayne falls. Awkward Fella could fall now as well if there is a bit more damage there. But nope, it's not enough there. And that trade did kind of work out in their favor, but it did spiral against them now as well. There goes the Galio goes in, gets the taunt off there, but not much he can really do against the Soraka right now. Soraka's playing it quite nicely. He hasn't had it back yet. That will be one of the points we do have to keep an eye on. Awkward Fella now in the enemy bottom jungle does take down the Gromp there, so that is something you have to keep an eye out for. The Soraka is having actually good CS. You can't really contest with the Galio. That's one of the things I would say that is really big. The Galio's taking a lot of damage here. Has to use his taunt to get a bit of a shield up. Otherwise, he could have probably fallen there. We do see Dragon Fire just farming up, trying to extend the lead. Sheen is being bought by the Ezreal. I thought a tier would have probably been the better choice. We do see the Thresh going in there. Ezreal did have to use his blink there, but unfortunately the hook from the Thresh didn't hit there. We do see a root up. There goes the Galio, goes in, gets the taunt off there, gets a lot of damage in there, takes a lot of damage as well. Set is going in there, gets the slam onto the Lucian. Lucian is trying to hold on as good as he can. There's a lot of HP left onto the Set. He did have to use his W and barely gets out of that one alive. Unfortunately, the Galio comes from the side. Lucian and Galio are going there. Set gets taunted up there, and Facebreaker is still in there, and he can't take more advantage of this one. Root up on the Vayne now. The fight is still breaking out in another position. Baby Gil goes in there, tries to put some damage in there, but not much is being done about this one. We do see both sides handling this fight back and forth. I would say both teams could do quite nicely with this one. We do see now the Diana moving towards there. We do have the Thresh who's rooted up. He does get a hook there, but Diana's there as well. This could be a really dangerous position. Baby Gil does claim a kill here. Dragon Fire is trying to get out of dodge here, and Diana is looking for an opening. Can't really take advantage of this one. Meanwhile, we do have the Kayn in the top lane. And the Diana gets a shutdown. Now the Kayn gets his ultimate off on the Lucian and takes him down as well. This is what you want to see if you have just the advantage. Diana now getting the Drake in there. Big advantage on the bot lane right now. Vayne does have a bigger CS lead right now than you really want her to have against the Ezreal. Ezreal probably needs to back up soon and grab something. Soraka gets a Spectre Cowl, trying to get a bit more immunities against the Galio who's pushing in, and there is the Ocean Drake going into the hand of the red team. Right now we're a bit at an even game. We're about 900 gold difference between both teams. So we're pretty close. Set is taking a bit of damage from the Lucian. Lucian, who has not been bad in the laning phase, just a bit more overeager. The Galio is now going in there, trying to get a pick onto the Zed. We do have the Thresh who goes in onto the Zyra. Unfortunately misses his hook once again, but Zane's damage is enough. Zed survives this fight. Galio has to get out of there, gets killed off. Lucian is now in a bad position. He's alone with the almost full HP Kayn, and Kayn gets a double kill out of this one. Perfectly timed gank there from the Kayn there, and right now it's just working up in their favor. They did have to use the wish in between in that fight, so there's at least that. Thresh dropping dangerously low, could be killed off soon, gets condemned by the Vayne. Thresh, now that the Ezra has to go after that one, gets a lot of damage put in, and not enough to kill him actually, unfortunately. Maybe with the ultimate it could have worked there, but it was just not enough to get the Ezreal dead there. Ezreal does have the tier now, so we'll probably go into the Mana Muna build. Meanwhile, we do see the Kayn grabbing the Rift Herald, so one tower could be going down soon. Kayn is now starting to pressure the Diana quite badly here. Goes for the red buff actually, founds Diana. Diana goes in there, has to use his ultimate. This is going to be a close one. Ultis the Diana. This could be dangerous. Diana is dropping dangerous low, still wins this fight. Gets a bounty of about 400 gold, and that was nicely played there. The hook Once again, the hook from the trash didn't hit there. We do see the Galio going in there, just trying to get what he can out of this fight. Zed is taking a lot of damage from the Lucian here. Lucian is just going in there, trying to power out more and more damage you can do here. Vayne is just doing what she can to get a bit more of an advantage here. Lucian goes once again onto the Zed. The Zed is backing off here bit more because he can't really threaten the Lucian if the Lucian just wants a fight, but if the Lucian makes one misstep, the Zed can abuse this one easily. And right now we have the Diana who's going for a tower dive here. Zed is still hiding under the tower. Diana uses her ultimate there, slams the Diana into the tower, doesn't get the kill there. Hook, and then the Flay comes out there. Zyra is trying to hold on into her ultimate, does quite well, gets a double kill out of that one, but Kayn does finish this one off. Meanwhile, we do see now the Soraka, who unfortunately didn't have her ulti in this one. Oh, we see the Lucian going in onto the Soraka. Rifthold being spawned on the bot lane, probably will hit down the turret. At least 3 plates will be gone out of this one. I think more should be going as well. And the Kayn is just using whatever he can to just see this one, taking a lot of tower hits. Shelly takes a lot of tower hits, all the turret plates go into the Kayn, so he's quite big. He hasn't really decided yet what he's going to go for. I would say probably go a red Kayn, you could be a bit more tanky. But if he goes blue Kayn, he could kill off the Lucian, he could kill off the Ezreal, he could kill off the Zyra. Those would be the options. But as Rune King now done onto the Lucian. On the other side, the set doesn't have a Blade of the Rune King yet, is working on that as well. It does have already armor boots. There we see him coming in once again, and he did decide to go for the blue Kayn and gets a lot of damage out of this one. And Zyra's just went boom. And that is the thing that the blue Kayn can do. If the Zyra or the Ezreal just go boom in this fight, it's quite nicely. Spirit Visualization now done on the Soraka. She's going quite tanky, not going for an Ardent Shade, so yeah, probably could be one of the next items. We do see the box coming out from the Thresh here, and they're going for this, but on the other side, right now, we see the Kayn coming in. They're condemned now onto the Diana, and Ezreal actually claims the Vayne after the Vayne kills off the Diana, but still Kayn gets the kill off there. 7-1 onto the Kayn. Manamune is now done for the Ezreal. Blade of Rune King is done for the Vayne as well, so both sides are on a 1 item spike. Ezreal does have a bigger 2 item spike, which Vayne has to be wary of. Zyra once again with her ultimate, unfortunately can't take it out. The Kayn is looking to finish this one off. Flashes out, could have taken the lantern, takes another tower shot, and that was a mistake there. Zed is now going in onto the Lucian. Lucian pulls out the culling there, can't really hit him, and Zed gets out of this one. Zyra now finished the Ralai's Crystal Scepter. And this is the point where we are right now, where we see the Kayn has to do a lot of heavy lifting. He has a mid laner with the Soraka who is not essentially there to do the damage, but to sort of sustain the team, which isn't not a bad idea most of the time. It just feels like this could be a bigger issue that will pop up soon enough. We do see Lucian trying to get the tower first blood here and working quite hardly for that one. We do see Zed taking a lot of damage here. Galio has to Justice Punch his way out of the range of the Soraka. Diana once again onto the Drake. This could be the second Drake, and the Cloud Drake is theirs as well. Now we will know what kind of Drake we will have up for this one. And Mountain will be the choice. This could be really helpful for the red team. If they get the armor and the resistances in, the Kayn is not that big of a threat. So the Kayn kind of has now a clock on his head. Either they need to get the Drakes out of the hand of the red team, or they have to win this one. But the gold lead is not that far away. The Diana goes in there, takes a lot of damage from the Vayne here, gets the kill, but Vayne dies shortly after that one as well. And that's the kind of issue that I feel like the bot lane has all the time. The Vayne gets good kills out of it, but the problem is she can't just do much with it. When Kayn goes in there, takes a lot of damage out of the Lucian. We do see a big dive coming in. The set goes in there. The Lucian is there. Slam being thrown in there. Lucian trying to get out of there. Galio's now in there. Gets the taunt up on the Thresh. Soraka's there as well. Soraka will heal up the Kayn. They go for more. The hook hits the Galio. Galio is still in tower range. They have to be careful about that one. Thresh taking a few tower shots there. Kayn looking for another opening. Galio is a bit in danger right now. First blood goes to the red team actually. So we're still in this close situation. We do see the Kayn jumping in there, Has to ult in there. Zed is dropping damage, so they do take the tower, do take Galio's life as well. And we're about a 1.5k gold lead right now. We do see now the King going back in there, taking a lot of HP out of the Diana and just winning this one out. We do now see how Zyra's going in there, just doesn't hit the root there. Ezreal is pushing far forward. Bramblefest now done for the Soraka, so that will be a Thornmail, which is kind of surprising. The Vayne does go down in this fight here. We do have the Blade of the Rune King now done for the set as well. We do have a Ghost Blade, so this Kayn is a speedy boy now. Kayn's looking for another opening, drops dangerously low. Will he die? He does get the Zyra, now has to get out of dodge. We do see Ezreal trying to do something about this one, but the Kayn comes in, gets another kill, and speedy boy Kayn is 12-2. He is right now the biggest win condition his team has. We do see the Ezreal did finish off the Iceborne Gauntlet as the second item, which helps quite a bit against the Kayn. If they, as I say, get more of the Drakes, they could help themselves out quite a bit versus this huge monster of a Kayn. We do see Zed going in there, gets a few hits onto the Lucian. Lucian tries to pull out the Culling Slam, being pulled out there. Facebreaker in there as well, and Lucian drops dead with that one. Zed just farming up, trying to get something out of this one, just hits slams a bit. We do see a jump in there. Zed is dropping dangerously low. Could he get another W? No, he can't. Kill there from the Diana, and they get the Galio in a bad position. Galio does get the taunt off this, which could cost Kayn a life. Ults into the Galio and gets out of dodge there as well. Zyra is close by, so there could be an interesting situation. We do see the Vayne and the Ezreal still duking it out in the bot lane. Look, I would say it looks like the Vayne is going for a Zeal item, which is a bit surprising in my eyes. Probably is going to be... It does actually have to use the heal for that one. I would say this is going to be the Phantom Dancer. We do see the King going in onto the Zyra. Zyra barely survives that one, but gets hit by the Starfall of Soraka, and that is it. The blue team are now using their advantage quite nicely. We do have the next Drake up in about 115, so there will be some issues to be going around. The King just push forward. Can't really do much about this one, and we do see them winning this one out. Silas just pushing forward as good as he can, takes a hit there and just walks forward. We do now see him trying to pull a hook there. Diana goes in there, uses her ultimate, takes a lot of damage, is rooted and stunned, and that will just be Soraka walking out of dodge. We have about 45 seconds left, and then we have the Mountain Drake up, so both teams will be looking for that option. Thresh has the Knight's Vow done now. Soraka gets hit by the Lucian, can't probably get out of this one, puts a lot of damage actually on Lucian. Calling is being pulled out there, and Lucian wins that fight. Not a big surprise there, actually. But Soraka's been doing good work for her team. Kane's looking for the Lucian there. Lucian doesn't have a chance to escape this one. The awkward fella just takes Lion of Knife out of this one. Trigon Fire just goes for it. Baby Gil is taking a lot of damage out of this one, and we just see him backing off. Tree Brett is setting up for this Drake, and this Drake will be a real big decider, because if red team gets this one, we're still at 3 Drakes for the red team, and if it's a Mountain Dragon, so it's always helpful. Tree Brett taking a lot of damage from Awkward Fella again. Dragon Fire cleaning out a ward there. We do have the Drake up right now. Can they really contest the Kayn? That is the big question. The Kayn is looking for an opening there. Looking for Tribred. Takes him down. Gets rooted up. This is not where you want to be. Gets out of dodge. Takes a lot of HP. Takes a bit of HP off of the Diana and forces her out of this one. This could be their big point. But we see the Lucian teleporting back in there. Awkward Fellow is close by as well. Takes a lot of HP out of the Lucian. The set is close by. Puts out the slam. Smashes him down. The Diana is in a bad position as well, gets condemned into the wall, and that is her life as well. The Drake will wander into the hands of the blue team, as it looks like right now. We do see Trigon Fire going in there. Stopwatch being purchased by the Diana, so that will be a Zhonya's as the next item. We do see a hook nicely onto the Ezreal, but unfortunately the Vayne didn't put more damage onto the Ezreal, and the Ezreal lives through that situation. We do see the King farming up once again his jungle. His next item, I'm not too sure what you should go for. I think he needs to just keep on going full assassin. I think a Sanguine's Blade would be a nice option, because they're so spread out, the enemy team, most of the time. that could work. Meanwhile, the Thresh did hit a hook, unfortunately, under the turret and gets taunted up by the Galio, and nothing to do about that one. But we see the Kane coming in from the side. 1 kill already down there. Baby Gil goes down as well. Debret is the next one, and a triple kill for the Kane. And red team just gave up that one. So GG. Thank you for watching.